for today is systematic pressures. The one thing and the one reason why this has been weighing heavy on my mind is that, A, people have brought this to my attention. B, I've dealt with it. And C, I think this is a big dilemma issue slash problem that's kind of been going on with the millennials and really the generations before that. And it's going to come really the generation after. So it's really something that we should talk about. But systematic pressures. I'm going to read a definition, and the definition is brainwash, so I can give you the exact definition. No, paraphrasing. This is exactly what's read on Google. Make someone adopt radically different beliefs by using systematic and often forcible pressures. What does that mean? If you think about the Black community, for example, we're only taught you can go pro and in any athletics, entertainment, or musician. Those are the most attractive things that we kind of seek for. So if those are the things that we're seeking for, those are the things we're going to continue to chase and continue to chase. And if we don't get it, we're going to be so, unsatisfied with, what we've done because we didn't accomplish the goal at hand. And at the end of the day, those, careers are 1%. You have to be extremely gifted to, have those opportunities. Now, there are those people who have, extreme work ethic, the timing was on their side, whatever the case may be, where they were fortunate enough to get the opportunity, which is fine. But at the end of the day, we can't consume our brains of just that. We have to think about what else. And the one thing that I think is important is, coming to realization and not calling it a plan A or a plan B, but really just a vehicle. For my life example, I played football since I was 7 years old. I've used football as a vehicle to take me to different places. That brown pigskin has took me pretty much, across the country. I've gotten to, meet a lot of individuals. I got to play at a collegiate level. I also had the opportunity of really getting to party like a college athlete, which is another plus. But at the end of the day, I wasn't so consumed with football. Yes, I played football at 7 years old. A lot of us who do play sports, we play sports from a young age all the way up. And that's really what our brain is consumed of, especially if we love that sport. So we're telling ourselves constantly, I'm gonna be this pro, I'm gonna be this singer, I'm gonna be this rapper, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be this. And then when it doesn't happen, anxiety, stress comes in. How do we remove that? I take a step back, reevaluate the situation, take a deep breath and say, you know what? Let me figure out, just in case this doesn't work out for me, because I'm banking on this to work out for me and it's gonna make a lot of money. So if it doesn't work out for me, what is something that I could do that I wouldn't be, as unsatisfied doing? I would, enjoy it. It would still potentially get me to that point where I can make a lot of money. So I was fortunate enough to have 5 years in college. I redshirted my freshman year, so that 5th year, I utilized that to really focus on my career as far as LinkedIn, resume, looking for jobs, networking, all of those things, and it worked out in my favor. So just basically the moral of the story is with these systematic pressures, we have to step outside of the box. We have to be more creative. We have to say, I can be the president. I can, be an entrepreneur. I can be a CFO. I can do this, Those are the things we have to focus on because especially in our community, we're so focused in one area. And if you think about the game chess, right? I call, and I'm not saying all football players are this, but from a holistic, business standpoint, athletes, entertainers, musicians, they're all pawns, There's a executive that is above them, a producer that is above them, who's actually making the top dollar. And also it's gonna stay consistent because guess what? Once their talent is gone, they still can continue to work as an executive. But if you're a singer, once your voice goes out, it's over with. Or if you're a model, once your attraction goes away, it's over with. If you're an athlete, once your athleticism starts to, dwindle, it's over with. And that's why I say, those guys are pawns. But this is the reality of it. You got so much opportunity, so much potential to do so much as far as investing in real estate, e-commerce, starting, whatever business you want to start, whether it's whatever you feel like, whatever something that's interesting to you. But that is how you become on the back row. That's how you become a rook. That's how you become it takes a lot to get to that king, but, with a lot of work, you can get there because you're moving the right way. Think about grandmasters. They got 12 to 15 steps already built out in their head. they're like, I'm gonna do this, he's gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, they're gonna do this, you know, etc. Till they pretty much are saying, you know, I got 12 to 15 moves in my head. No, I don't plan on using all 12 to 15, but if the game, you know, ends up going, like if this person is a little bit better than I expected, these are the 15 moves I'm gonna use to beat them, right? And that's just how you have to strategically move through life. You have to say, you know what, you know, you plan out so far ahead, and that's kind of what I did, and that's taking that step back that I was talking about earlier, figuring out your career, you know, or figuring out what's after the burning passion that you have going on right now in your life. If you're a singer, if you're a rapper, if you're an athlete, that's fine. But do something else. Build a career on top of what you're doing on the side so you can take that career and you can fund your dream. Why did I start working? So many people judge me. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna start working, I'm gonna start building my career, and I'm going to build my brand. Once my brand is built, I'm going to start building businesses because I have a brand. With that being said, people are going to, you know, people are going to be willing to work with me because A, I have a proven track record of being a successful employee. B, I'm a hard worker. And C, I already have everything built out. So that's the one thing I want everybody to kind of focus on, is just really focus on building all of this stuff out. Because the sooner you build this out, the better your life will be. I have so many peers of mine, well, past peers of mine, because we're no longer peers anymore. But, you know, back in the day when we were peers, so many of my, you know, friends so focused on sports, and that's fine, but you gotta have a balance, because if you put all your, it's just like going to the club, talking to a chick, right? And you spend all night talking to that chick. You put all your eggs in one basket, and then if it doesn't work out, you gonna go home shitty, hurt, you know, because you folded, you basically wasted your time the entire night. That's the same equivalent. You know, don't put all your eggs into this basket, because it is only 1% make it. And that's the one thing as men we have to be honest with ourselves, and we have to be real. It's one of the hardest things, especially in the Black community, because we have so many different people at a young age telling us we this, we that, we this, we that, we this, we that, and that's so bullshit. We not shit. We gotta create it. Until you create it, you're not shit, so you can't act entitled as if you have already made it, you know? And I appreciate everybody for tuning in, because this is just knowledge that I've had in the back of my head that I wanted to throw out there. But this is the first episode. Like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Everybody have a good day. I'm out.